Hello, how are you today? It is Shan Merchant. I'm a relationship coach and an intimacy teacher, and today I'm shooting to you live from Ibiza. Hello everyone. So here I am. This is my very first YouTube video. So if you're watching this, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Usually I shoot my videos on my Facebook business page, which is called Shan Merchant. So this is my first time on YouTube. So I'm a complete beginner, and this video is a bit of a test actually to see how things go on YouTube. And today what I wanted to talk about is self-esteem, how to build your self-esteem in dating and relationships, because obviously it has a massive impact in terms of how successful you're going to be in dating and in your relationship, whether or not you have a sense of self, as in a sense of this is my identity, this is who I am, this is where I end and you begin, and also in terms of your confidence in yourself. Because if you don't feel confident in yourself, then unfortunately this energy sort of communicates out into other people, and it can put other people off actually, or you can actually attract someone who ends up treating you in an abusive way, because it can be sort of like a narcissistic type of relationship. So you might not be confident and have more of a deflated or devalued sense of self, because you really need to do some work on yourself, and so you might attract someone into your life who's got the opposite energy, and so they end up treating you badly. So it's really, really important is to work on your self-esteem and your self-confidence. And as an adult woman, this is not something that you just receive as a child and then it's permanent. You have a permanent sense of self-confidence or self-esteem. I want to say to you honestly that it's something that you need to work on every day. It's just something that is a product of your relationship to yourself and how you allow yourself to be treated by others, what your values are in life and whether you stick to them, and whether or not you set personal boundaries, things like that. So it's really a product of your relationship with yourself and then your relationship with others out in the world. So I want to give you some tips here. So if you've watched my videos before, we know that a lot of our issues with self-esteem and self-confidence can occur in childhood, because this is when our sense of identity is born. We have the physical birth of the infant, the baby, and then we have the psychological birth of the infant and baby, and this happens over years, 1, 2, 3, 4 years. We're psychologically developing and maturing, and we're so dependent, we're so vulnerable as babies, as infants, as children on our first relationships, which are mother and father. And it's really, really important in terms of mother and father, the availability and the quality of their nurturing, whether or not when we go up to them with excited expectation, like look at me, I'm king of the castle, whether we're met with love and empathy and admiration and celebration. And it doesn't have to be all of the time. We have this thing in psychotherapy where we say good enough parenting, and so it's like as long as most of the time we're met with love and empathy and we're seen and heard, then this is really the ground that we need to build our sense of self-esteem. And what happens is we internalize these good feelings, so we bound up to our parents with our natural exuberance, and we might be wanting to show them something, we might be telling them something, and then they'll respond to us, they'll meet us with joy and pleasure and celebration, and then this forms our primary sense of self. So a car just went by, that's why I was looking. So it's really important for building our sense of identity and our self-esteem, and these good feelings that we get as a child, then we internalize this and becomes our sense of confidence. So anyway, if this isn't present for us as a child, what happens instead is we internalize more of an emptiness. We don't have that feeling of confidence and safety and self-esteem, that we're valued, that we're loved, that we're liked. And so, we grow up to be quite a hungry infant, and we're out in the world constantly looking to be fed by others, because we're lacking in that area. And also what happens is we can internalize quite a strong inner judge, and so we go about our days telling ourselves how bad we are and how no one will love us. And so when you carry all of this into adulthood unchallenged, it goes unchallenged into adulthood, then you are going to struggle in relationships and love and attracting your ideal partner. So the thing I want to say is, this isn't a permanent condition. And like I said, self-esteem and self-confidence and your sense of identity, it really can be worked on. We can do lots of really powerful things in therapy. Psychotherapy is really, really transformational for this. Really rebuilding ourselves in that presence of that loving relationship in a therapy room is really powerful. And then the other thing is about, our ongoing relationship to ourselves in terms of, as an adult, you earn your own self-respect and your self-esteem, and you earn it by setting yourself values and standards and expectations about how you want to be in the world, and what's important to you. Let's say love and joy and honesty are really, really important to me, and respecting others, treating others with respect, and being treated with respect myself. And then you set these internal standards and you stick to them. And when you stick to your internal standards, you earn your own self-respect and you earn your own self-esteem and self-confidence. So this really builds. And then the other thing that I would say is, it's not just like another thing that's really, really important in terms of building your self-confidence and self-esteem is to share your wins with others. Celebrate others and celebrate yourself. And it's interesting because I was sitting with a client this morning and we were talking about this very thing, and she was talking about the fact to me that it's so much easier for her to celebrate other people's successes and things that they've done well, but for her it's really hard to speak it. But I really want to encourage just notice these little things that you do throughout your day that go well, and affirm these to yourself. You can be like, yes, that went really well, well done, or things are really working out for me, look, I did that really well. And then the other thing you can do is you can share it with someone, share it with a friend, and it's like, I did this and it worked out. And it might even be something so simple, like it might be something that you've cooked that night for dinner, a dish that you made that went really well, or it might be a date that you went on that you were nervous about, and like you actually were relaxed and sociable and interested and it went really well. You can share that success with a friend. So I want to really encourage you to do this, and to see self-esteem not as something that you are born with, but something that starts in childhood, and then it's an ongoing relationship with yourself to nurture this and to sustain this. So that is me today. Thank you for joining me, and I will be shooting videos on YouTube again soon, and I'm sending you love and inspiration from Ibiza. If you're interested in doing any of the deeper psychological work with me, I have a coaching program called The Art of Relationship. It is full power work. So if you want to do the deep work and really transform your life, then send me an email or get in contact. Okay, bye for now.